we're finally back with old Merv here, and I finally think I found the solution to hiding the fuel cell right here. Now, it took me a little bit to find something like this, and for what I'm about to do to it, basically cut it up, I pretty much overpaid, so it kind of eat into the budget a little bit for old Merv, but it was really my only option. And I say that because I was trying to find coolers, ice chests, whatever you want to call them. Every time I found the larger ones, 140 quart or larger, they were always, well, wide enough, tall enough, but they were never deep enough to use one to cover the fuel cell. Then I thought about finding, I think they were like 45 quarts. They were long enough, tall enough, and with one back to back, it was actually going to work, except for the fact when you put them back to back, they left about 3/4 of an inch gap all the way around, and you couldn't open the lid very far. So looked at a few of those options and scratched that idea completely. Thought about just one of those generic diamond plated toolboxes. Well, most of those mount on top of the bed, and well, I don't think that would have looked very good. And it probably wouldn't cover very well because they're still not very deep either. But this, on the other hand, should work extremely well. This right here is a truck bed storage box, and I think it's going to work just fine. Now this thing, it's a shame I'm going to cut it up. It really is. I'm going to hate to cut this up, but you know what? Cover that fuel cell, it's going to work and have some room on the inside for other stuff in the future. As you can see, it's lockable. It actually has cup holders built in, so it kind of still looks like an ice chest. Open it up, and it actually has a foam seal around the edge, and they claim it's watertight. Now, I bought this one used from a guy I know. Is off his side or side by side or whatever you want to call it, but basically too big for it. So he sold me this one, and I think this is going to be the perfect fit to hide the fuel cell, and it's really not going to look that far out of place considering it says truck accessory. Someone just might think you're hauling tools in the back of the truck. That's what we're going for. So what we're going to do is mock it up, get it close to where we want it, because obviously don't want it too close to the tailgate, but don't want it too far away either. So gonna do a little measuring, fitment, and see where it looks best. Now obviously sitting on top of the fuel cell, but I got it offset, not centered around the cell. A little bit closer to the back side here. Well, it's a little bit closer to the front, because what I'd like to be able to do is actually want to be able to walk up right here, grab it, open it, and be able to fill it up real easy. with some cup holders. In the back of old Merv here, hiding that fuel cell. Now, I really hated cutting a hole in this toolbox because it was pretty nice actually. It still is pretty nice. And I've drilled some holes where most people can't see it, like under here. Some vent holes. That way it doesn't get too hot in there. And you know, all that good stuff, because it's actually sealed with the foam seal around the top, so didn't want it that airtight, even though it's got the hole at the bottom. Go ahead and put little vent holes just in case. Just be on the safe side. It's not going to hurt anything. Water still won't get in there. The fuel cell is protected from the elements. Locked. Keep people out of it. And the most important thing, driving down the road, it's just going to look like you got a box full of tools in the back of this, not a fuel cell. Or even possibly a nitrous bottle, because you probably fit a nitrous bottle in there too. So, I want to add a little bit of nitrous. I got a place to hide it now too. But that's one more step done with old Merv. So, it's getting closer. Make sure to stick around. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching.